So you just saw a very real, shocking story of a girl from Michigan. I wanted to finish her story so you know what happened. She was finally able to get away because her father moved her family because of his job. Finally, when she was in college, she felt the courage to speak up about what happened to her. It was too late to prosecute Daniel. Now she's a mother of 3, she's written a book called The Slave Across the Street, and she's helped open a survivor shelter in Ohio. I wanted to look at her story because she ended up so well. But also, her story is actually a very big problem. Many kids are trafficked in their own homes and their own towns, whether it's by neighbors, classmates, or someone else. She was a 15-year-old girl from an upper middle class Irish Catholic family, and she really wants people to know that trafficking can affect you, whatever your background, if you're vulnerable. So what were some vulnerabilities in her life that the traffickers used to target and trap her? Well, she was the new kid in school. She was in many new situations and had very few friends. There was also tension at home because her father moved a lot. Like almost everyone that has been blackmailed, she had the false hope that she could earn the pictures back. She was never going to get them back. Many traffic victims either believe that they can pay off a debt, earn blackmail back, or in some other way work towards a goal. This is a false hope, however, and this is a key concept because if you're being blackmailed or in some other way someone has a hold over you, please tell a trusted adult. It's not going to get better. If you would like to remain anonymous, you can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline and report a tip or a concern about a friend. You can also text them. You're going to get their number and a handout from your teacher. What things did Teresa's traffickers use to maintain a hold over her? Well, we've already talked a lot about blackmail. They said that they were going to show these pictures that they had gotten to her father's business, to her school, to everyone that she knew, and everyone that they knew. Think about any secret that you might have, and think about it being plastered everywhere. It would be terrifying. They also used force. They physically abused her and beat her. They also used lying, which ties back to the false hope of her thinking that she can get the pictures back. They also used fear, and like John said, situations of stress, and this fear overwhelmed her. When you're being blackmailed, you must realize that you are more important than any event or situation that occurred. She was so worried that the world would see one mistake she'd made, and her being taken advantage of, that the fear overwhelmed her. Something else that they used against her was drugs. They forcibly addicted her to drugs. Also, they used surveillance. They went to her work sometimes and simply sat down just to emphasize their presence, just to let her know that they were always there watching her. They also controlled her time and her schedule. Whenever they called her, whenever they said, "We need you here," she had to obey them. She had no control over when she wanted to do things or where. Traffickers also used her silence and the silence of others. There was 3 situations where people were perfectly capable of helping her, but they didn't. On the rest of your handout, these 3 situations are talked about and your teacher will discuss them with you. Please brainstorm with your classmates ways that you could stop this from happening in a situation you might find yourself in. If you want to finish the activity, please pause this video so you can have a discussion. However, if you'd like to keep going, please continue watching.